What's up, guys? So this is a 2010 Ford Fusion. You're probably wondering, Shane, why the hell are you filming a Fusion? Well, this is a sport model made from 2010 to 2012, and then they had some later generations before all the cars were just cut. So hear me out. You remember when manufacturers made cool little sporty daily commuter cars, if you want to call them that? You know, Ford had the Taurus SHO, the Focus ST. If you want to dig back further, they had the SVT Contour, the SVT Focus. I had both of those and I love those cars and I really miss them. Dodge had the SRT4. Chevy had the Cobalt SS. They were just fun, cool cars to drive around and basically a good daily driver. We don't have those anymore, and I truly miss those. So this is the sport model that came with the 3.5 liter Duratec V6. It's a dual overhead cam, 24 valve. Mated with a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but this is a fun car. The only thing I think this car was lacking was a manual transmission option. That would have been pretty cool. It's not just the American cars that are lacking with the sedans and coupes. I mean, the Japanese, just three that come off the top of my head, like the Mazda Speed 6, Mazda Speed 3, the Speed Protege, those were all fun cars. And I truly miss all of those. What drew me to this car was it kind of looked like the SVT Contour. It had the side skirts, the bigger wheels, they're 18-inch wheels. It has the sport tuned suspension, a little bit bigger brakes supposedly. Leather interior. These, I believe the sports were the only ones that came with the two-tone leather. It's a really nice car. So I'm making this video today because this is my wife's car. We've had this car 9 years, and unfortunately we are selling it. It is sold. It will be leaving here in the next few days, and I had to make a video on it talking about it because I love talking about weird cars and just remembering the old cool 90s cars or 2000s cars, you know, just weird things. I like weird things. It's a cool change of pace to jump in this car and just play around and beat the hell out of it, you know, after being in my Mustang. Like, I do respect this car. Like, I like this car. Even if you don't care about this car in particular, think about all the other ones I listed that were really cool that they don't make anymore. Like I said, this car is leaving, but we did get another car, and I will show that in upcoming videos, and I believe a lot of people are going to really like it. It's something that my wife has always wanted, and I mean, honestly, I've kind of wanted too. It's cool. I like it. So funny thing about this car in particular, we bought it in 2016. This thing had 5,000 original miles on it. Now it has roughly a little over 75,000 miles. It's just kind of getting to that point where it's getting a little older. It's what, 15 years old? I want my wife to be in something newer that I don't have to worry about. The car has been great. Like, this thing hasn't really, we haven't put much money into it, like maintenance wise. I mean, it's been fine. We've just been driving it. This thing does handle really, really well. It takes turns good. I wish I had more roads to show that on. Fortunately, it's been kind of raining today and it's kind of crappy out. But this thing sounds amazing. So it only has a Sedan intake and a Sedan rear mount, like a polyurethane mount. That's all it has. But this thing here sounds great. Like, listen to it. Again, it's not setting the world on fire, but it sounds good. And for what it is, I mean, it's quick. But yeah, not everybody wants a Mustang or a Camaro, or, you know, it's good to have those. It was nice when we had those options in between. Like, I love things, weird things like this, you know, things that you don't see every day. I mean, this car is not too wild, but like I said, to me, it fits in those categories because of the sport. And I mean, it's a hell of a lot quicker than a base model Fusion. This one is a front wheel drive. They did have an all-wheel drive option. And I mean, I'm just picturing, like, wouldn't it be so cool if this would have got the SHO treatment with the turbos? And I mean, it would have been crazy, because it's obviously smaller, lighter than a SHO, and I think that would have been really cool. But still in all, we got the 3.5 Duratec, and that's a great motor, and that's another reason why it reminds me of my old SVT, because that was a 2.5 Duratec. It sounds really good. Like, the intake really made it sound good. And there's been guys I've seen that have put, like, done full cat back and everything, you know, and it sounds really, this car sounds really good. It almost has like a GTR kind of sound. I'll have to find that clip. If I find it, I'll put it in here. So one other cool thing about this car, if you're OG like Forza, because we all know Forza Motorsports 4 on Xbox 360 was like probably one of the best motorsports. This car was in that game. If you don't remember and you still have that game, pop it in, go check it out. Another cool thing about this car, it has like 10 or 12 speakers if I remember correctly. But you know what? I'm gonna pull over up here somewhere, and we'll count the speakers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in the front. I think I got them all in the front. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 speakers. Yeah, 10 speakers in this thing. That's pretty crazy, especially for like a 2010 Fusion. So yeah, this thing's badass, man. I think it's a cool car, especially for a daily driver. It's funny, I'm driving by the Ford dealer now, and all I see in the new car section is F-150s, S650s, and what is the little truck called? The Maverick. That's all I see. Explorers, things like that. It sucks, man. It really sucks that we don't have cars anymore from Ford. I mean, okay, so let's see, here I am. I'm just driving home, passing by a Chevy dealer. I see Tahoes, 1500s, and yeah, that's what I see. And then, oh, and then they had a C8 Corvette up on the showroom. Dodge, same thing. I see Durangos, and I see 1500s. I just passed by the big three on my way home. Crazy. I mean, Mitsubishi right there. All crossovers. It sucks, man. It really sucks. It was such a cool time. Just the 90s and the 2000s, just seeing all these cars. It was a good time, man. Not everything, you know, yes, I have a Mustang, but not everything has to be a V8. Like, I have a lot of respect for cars like this, and sometimes it's fun just to get in a lower powered car and have fun. So anyways, guys, like I said, this car will be leaving. I wanted to make a video on it before it is gone, and I wanted to talk about the older sporty sedans and coupes that are no longer available, kind of reflect on that. And I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all miss? what cars do y'all miss from like the 80s, 90s that were, 2000s, that were just cool little sedans and just commuter cars, inexpensive, you can get in, beat the hell out of, and just kind of have fun driving to work. You're not just driving a base model something, you're driving something that is kind of cool. And then also the Fusion. What do you think about the Sport? Do you hate it? Do you not care? I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to miss this car. I know my wife is really going to miss this car. But like I said, we have something really badass that I think people are gonna like. No, it's no Calvo Viper. It's nothing like that. It is a good daily sporty vehicle. That's what that's what I'll say. So look for that coming up soon, when I'll take that one out and show it. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. Peace.